Ladies and gentlemen, life has a way of reminding us of its fragile and unpredictable nature. One moment, we are celebrating laughter, love, and presence. And the next, we are confronted with loss that shakes us to the core. Today, we gather with heavy hearts to remember Jessica Radcliffe, a soul whose light touched lives in ways words can barely capture. Her story, her memory, and her spirit deserve not just our grief, but also our gratitude for having known her. I want you to imagine for a moment the cry of the orca. Deep, haunting, resonating across the ocean. That cry is not just the sound of an animal. It is a reflection of the grief that nature itself seems to share with us. When we lose someone so precious, it feels as though the whole world mourns alongside us. The orca's cry is a reminder that sorrow is universal and love is eternal. Even the oceans seem to echo our pain when a bright soul like Jessica departs too soon. Jessica's passing was sudden, heartbreaking, and cruel. Yet in the shadow of this loss, we must look to the light she left behind. She was more than just a friend, a daughter, or a companion. She was a spark in the lives of those who knew her. Her laughter, her kindness, her unwavering energy live on in the hearts of those she touched. Though her body is no longer with us, her spirit refuses to be silenced. She continues to inspire us, to guide us, and to challenge us to live lives worthy of the love she poured into this world. I believe, as Les Brown says, that in every setback there is a setup for a comeback. Grief is heavy, yes, but it is also a teacher. The tears we shed today carry a message. Do not waste time. Do not take moments for granted. Do not postpone love. Jessica's life, though cut short, teaches us to embrace each sunrise as though it may be our last, and to love as though tomorrow may never come. The story of the orca and the dolphin is a painful metaphor of the world's unpredictability. Just as that dolphin's life was taken suddenly, Jessica's departure reminds us that tomorrow is not promised. But here's the truth. You and I still have today. We still have the chance to honor her memory, not just with our words, but with our actions. When you feel the ache of her absence, let that pain push you to live more boldly, to love more deeply, and to chase your dreams without hesitation. Her true legacy is not just in the sorrow we feel, but in the love she gave. Love is the one thing that death cannot silence. Jessica's love, her spirit, her influence will ripple through the lives she touched like waves across an endless ocean. When you think of her, think not only of her absence, but of the beauty she brought into this world. She taught us, without even knowing it, that love is the highest calling, and it is the greatest gift we can leave behind. And so we must rise. We must rise beyond the tears, beyond the grief, beyond the weight of loss. Just like the cry of the orca echoes across the seas, let our resilience echo across our lives. Let us carry Jessica's name with pride, not just in sorrow, but in strength. When you wake tomorrow, wake with determination. When you love, love without fear. When you dream, dream without limits. That is how we honor her. Jessica Radcliffe, you may be gone from this earth, but you will never be gone from our hearts. Your story will be told, your laughter remembered, your love cherished forever. And as long as we live, we will carry you with us. Rest in peace, Jessica. The world cries, the ocean cries, but through our lives, your light will continue to shine. Would you like me to make this speech longer and more powerful? Like a full Les Brown keynote with more storytelling and audience engagement? Or keep it at this emotionally balanced length? Life is precious and unpredictable, and every moment we are given is both a blessing and a mystery. Too often we live as though tomorrow is guaranteed, as though we can delay our dreams, postpone our apologies, and push aside the people we love for another time. But life doesn't make promises. It doesn't tell us when the sun will set for the last time on our journey. It doesn't warn us when the final chapter will be written. One day, without notice, life changes in ways we never imagined, and we are left with nothing but memories and the echoes of what could have been. That is why every single breath matters, every embrace matters, every word of kindness matters. To live with the assumption that we will always have more time is to waste the gift we already hold in our hands. When tragedy strikes and we lose someone unexpectedly, we are reminded in the harshest way possible that life is fragile. The plans we make, the routines we follow, and the dreams we build can be altered or even shattered in a single instant. The unpredictability of life is not meant to frighten us, but to awaken us. It is meant to shake us from complacency and remind us to live fully in the now. Because the truth is, none of us know how many pages are left in our book. We cannot control the length of our story, but we can control its depth, its meaning, and the legacy we leave behind. When you understand the value of life, you stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop holding grudges that eat away at your heart. You stop waiting for the perfect day to pursue what you've been called to do. Instead, you begin to act with urgency, to speak with love, to forgive quickly, and to cherish deeply. Every sunrise becomes more than just the start of another day. It becomes an opportunity to honor the gift of being alive. The unpredictability of life should not paralyze us with fear, but empower us with purpose. We cannot predict what will come, but we can decide how we show up today. We can choose to be present, to love with intensity, and to live with passion, so that no matter when our story ends, it will be remembered as one that mattered. Would you like me to expand all your other points in the same Les Brown style flow? Each at least 1,500 characters, so we can build a full motivational speech, piece by piece. The cry of the orca is one of the most haunting sounds you can hear. It is a deep, mournful call that echoes across the vastness of the ocean. And when you listen closely, it feels like a song of pain, a song of loss, a song of remembrance. That cry reminds us that grief is not just a human experience. It is something that transcends species, something that exists in the very fabric of creation itself. The orca's cry becomes more than just a sound of sorrow. It becomes a symbol, a mirror reflecting our own hearts. When we lose someone dear to us, it is as if the ocean itself weeps with us, carrying the pain of loss through every wave and tide. When we hear about an orca mourning, It strikes a chord in us, because we too know what it means to ache, to long, to cry out for someone who will not return. Jessica's departure leaves behind that same echo. Just like the orca's haunting call, her absence creates a void that words cannot fill. The orca cries because it has lost something irreplaceable, and so do we. But within that cry is also a reminder grief is proof of love. The louder the cry, the deeper the bond that was shared. To mourn is to testify that someone mattered, that their presence left an imprint too strong to fade. Jessica's life mattered. Her spirit mattered. And the tears shed in her memory are not a sign of weakness, but of the profound love she inspired in those around her. When the orca cries, it teaches us that it is okay to grieve. It is okay to feel pain. And it is okay to let our sorrow be heard. Grief is not something to be hidden or silenced. It is the language of love enduring beyond loss. It is the echo of connection that death cannot erase. But just as the orca's cry travels across the sea, eventually fading into the horizon, our grief too must evolve. We honor the cry, we honor the pain, but we also allow it to guide us toward healing. The cry of the orca does not last forever, but its echo lingers, reminding us of the life that was cherished. Jessica's memory will live on in that same way, through the echoes of our hearts, through the stories we tell, and through the love we continue to give in her name. The cry of the orca is a reminder that grief may shake us, but it also unites us. It deepens us.